Nora is 48 years old. In the bottom drawer of her desk, underneath old bank statements she keeps meaning to shred, there is a notebook. The cover is soft now, worn at the corners from years of being opened, closed, and put away again. The first page has a date on it. Underneath the date, in handwriting more confident than she feels today, are 6 words. This is the year I start. She did not start that year. She has read business books since then. Take weekend courses. Built a financial model so detailed it has tabs for scenarios that will probably never happen. She knows her market better than most people who are already in it. Ask her anything about the industry, and she will give you an answer sharper than you expected. What she does not have, 7 years later, is a single client. A single sale. A single hour spent doing the thing the notebook describes, rather than describing it. This is not a story about laziness. Nora is one of the hardest working people anyone around her knows. This is a story about something else entirely. Something far easier to fall into, and far harder to notice from the inside. Nora's life is full. A demanding job that asks for real hours from her. A home to run. People who need her attention most evenings. The job is one voice among several that tell her, gently and reasonably, not yet. It is not louder than the others. It does not deserve more blame than the rest. It simply takes its place beside the planning, the preparing and the waiting, each one offering its own quiet, sensible case for why now is not quite the moment. None of these voices are lying to her. Her job genuinely is demanding. Her evenings genuinely are full. That is precisely what makes this kind of postponement so easy to live inside for years without ever noticing you are living inside it. A postponement that told an obvious lie would be easy to catch. A postponement built entirely from true things is far harder to see past. Whenever Nora gets close to doing something, she finds one more thing to prepare first. One more competitor to research. One more version of the financial model, adjusted for a scenario that occurred to her at 2 in the morning. One more conversation with someone who might know something she has not yet considered. Here's what happens inside her, step by step, each time she does this. She opens the spreadsheet. She adds a column, refines a number, tightens an assumption. A small wave of satisfaction follows, the particular kind that comes from having made something more precise than it was an hour ago. Her brain registers that feeling as accomplishment, because in most areas of life, that is exactly what it is. The problem is that this feeling, the satisfaction of refining a plan, is built from the same ingredients as the satisfaction of actually moving forward. Both involve effort. Both involve attention. Both leave you a little tired and a little proud at the end of the session. But one of them produces a business getting closer to existing. The other produces a document getting closer to perfect. Nora's brain cannot easily tell the difference between the two, because they feel almost identical from the inside. That is the trap. Not dishonesty. Not laziness. A feeling that is real, and a conclusion drawn from that feeling that is false. 18 months ago, someone Nora has known since early in her career started a version of the same kind of business. Rougher. Less researched. Built on instinct more than analysis. She is thriving now. Visibly. The kind of thriving that shows up in conversation, in the way people talk about her, in the quiet, unmistakable evidence of someone whose risk paid off. When Nora hears about it, something moves through her that she does not enjoy naming. Not joy for her old colleague, though she would say that out loud if asked. Something closer to a held breath. A private arithmetic she runs without meaning to. She had 7 years. This woman had 18 months. It would be easy, and almost comforting, to find a reason the comparison is unfair. She had more starting capital. She got lucky with timing. She did not think it through properly, and it happened to work anyway. All of that might even be true. None of it changes the number. 7 years. 18 months. The discomfort Nora feels is not really about her old colleague at all. It is about a question she has been avoiding asking herself in those exact words. If thinking it through this thoroughly was going to work, would it not have worked by now? Nora's husband has heard this plan before. Many times. He has never been unkind about it. He believes in her, genuinely, and he has said so more than once, in more than 1 year. One evening, with no particular weight to the moment, she mentions the idea again. A new thought she had about the model. He listens, the way he always does. Then he says, gently, without any edge to it at all, "You said something almost exactly like that a few years ago too." He does not say it to wound her. He says it the way you might mention the weather. A simple fact, observed in passing. It lands harder than anything sharper could have. Because he is right. And because she realizes, hearing it from him, that she has said versions of this sentence so many times that the saying of it has started to feel like a kind of doing. Each time she says this is the year, she means it completely, and that sincerity feels like proof that something is finally moving. It is not. A promise repeated, however sincerely, is just a louder way of describing the same standing still. Nothing changes in Nora's circumstances. The job is still demanding. The notebook is still imperfect, full of gaps she has not resolved. There is no funding, no sign, no moment of readiness arriving from outside to give her permission. One ordinary Tuesday evening, for no reason she could point to afterward, she does something very small. She sends a single message to someone she has been meaning to talk to for years. Not a pitch. Not a plan. Just a question. Would you be open to a conversation about something I am working on? That is the entire action. No grand launch. No version of the moment that would translate well into a highlight reel. The reply comes back 2 days later. Yes. And one more line beneath it. I actually know someone who has been looking for exactly this. It is small. It is one conversation, leading to one more. It is not a business yet. But it is the first time in 7 years that anything has left the notebook and entered the world, and the world, when it was finally given something to respond to, responded. Here is the clarity Nora arrives at, slowly, in the weeks that follow that one message. Thinking about something is not doing it. Nora thought about her business for 7 years, with real intelligence and real care, and none of that thinking was the thing itself. Planning is not doing it. The notebook, the spreadsheet, the financial model. All of it useful, eventually. None of it the actual work. Promising is not doing it. Saying this is the year, even with complete sincerity, even while meaning it fully in the moment, is not the same as the year actually being it. Being unsettled by someone else's success is not doing it. The quiet arithmetic Nora ran about her old colleague changed nothing about her own situation. It only cost her something in the running of it. And being angry, even quietly, even at no one in particular, changes nothing either. It is simply another room to sit in instead of the one room that actually matters. There was only ever one thing that counted. Doing it. Not the readied, perfected, fully justified version of it. The small, available, imperfect version of it, exactly as it could be done today. And the moment Nora finally did it, however small, the world had something real to respond to for the first time in 7 years. Somewhere right now, someone is sitting with their own notebook. Their own version of the plan that has been almost ready for some time. They are not lazy. They are not foolish. They may, like Nora, be one of the most capable people anyone around them knows. They are simply substituting something else, something reasonable, something defensible, for the one thing that has ever actually counted. There is no perfect version of starting. There never was. There is only the small, unimpressive, completely available action that has been sitting in front of you the entire time you were preparing for a bigger one. Stop thinking about it. Stop planning the grand version of it. Stop promising it to the people who love you. Stop measuring yourself against the ones who started without waiting. Just do the one true thing. Begin. If you know someone still waiting for the perfect moment, someone with genuine reasons, real ones, to wait just a bit longer, tell them this. Nothing replaces starting. Share this with them. It might be the clarity they have been waiting for. And subscribe to the Clarity Lab. The next story is coming.